let's say you're sewing along and you're always using a stitch at an altered setting. Like let's say you use the zigzag, but not at the width of 3. You always are using it at the width of 5. It may be a little longer. Let's do 5 and 5. So every time you turn the machine on, you have to adjust this. Do you know you can save that into your stitches area? My stitches. Look at this little heart. And if you touch that one time, the little arrow pointing into it, it says save to my stitches. Number 1 is an empty memory, so we're going to go ahead and touch OK. And it'll put a small little indication of that stitch. Since this was a zigzag, it's just a small stitch. So go ahead and touch the heart again to get out of that. And let's just, for example, do this one other time. Let's make this all the way at 7 and all the way really long. So it's much bigger. We use that one all the time too. Let's save that one. More so you can discover you can save multiple copies of the same stitch. So by arrowing down, we can then save this new zigzag into kind of our memory 2, touch OK. And you'll see that it's actually bigger on screen. So at a glance, I know that I have 2 in here. Oh yeah, that's the smaller one, that's the bigger one. Touch the arrow heart again to get out of there. And you can, so we can save other stitches in here. Again, if you're manipulating a certain stitch, how about just for fun, let's do a decorative stitch from row 4. I'm just going to randomly pick 128. And this one we always like to sew, and we make it longer than necessary. Okay, so it's highlighted. Again, we can save that, not over the one we have highlighted, arrow down to a new memory, touch OK. And that new stitch is saved there. Touch the heart to get out. Now let's just say we're sewing along, we're doing a straight stitch, but now we need one of those altered zigzags. How do we retrieve it? You're going to come up to the stitch menu button, touch that, come over to the heart. That's what the heart has been hanging out for, and touch OK. Here's where you will see the last 3 stitches that we put in. So if I want the first one, highlight it, and it says load my stitches, touch OK. Notice this is the one that we saved at 5 length and 5 wide, and those are not like highlighted numbers. Those are the default setting for this stitch. This is your stitch. So that's pretty cool that you can go ahead and do that. Let's just do that again. If we want to go retrieve the next one, touch the stitch menu, arrow to the heart, touch OK, arrow down to your next stitch that you're using, and touch OK to load my stitches. There's the new stitch. Now, when you're done with a stitch and you don't need it saved in here, go ahead and go into the heart, where it says save my stitches at the top now, not load my stitches. And let's say we're done with that. You can just touch the trash can one time and it asks you, are you delete? Yes is highlighted, so confirm with OK. And then we can go ahead and arrow down. Let's delete this one as well, just so you can see that again, and touch OK. So we know how to save and delete. This is also where you can save combinations of stitches. So if we were to, I was doing something earlier, here let's just delete that out. If we had the combination of, we're on row 4, so we could just go ahead and do 19. And 19 again. Let's say I mirror image that, and that was something we wanted to save. We can save that. That's an empty memory, and touch OK. So combining letters or decorative stitches, that all gets saved into my stitches, so you can easily retrieve it later. Remember, to get it back, all you need to do is go up to the stitch menu, highlight the My Stitches heart, and then go ahead and pick the one you want to retrieve.